Have you ever stopped to think about the idea of a higher self? It seems somewhat distant, almost like a story that we hear, but don't know if we believe. After all, how can we trust something we've never seen or touched? But let me invite you to dive a little deeper into this. What if your higher self was somehow trying to talk to you? Not with clear words, but with subtle signs, the kind that we only notice when we pay attention. Just imagine what could happen if we started exploring this possibility. Think of your higher self as a part of you that is always close by, but that, in the rush of everyday life, ends up going unnoticed. It's like a patient friend waiting for you to look at it, to notice its presence. Meanwhile, he carries your deepest desires, the ones we can't always explain, tries to guide you to discoveries that go beyond what the eyes can see or the hands can touch. Our life is made up of layers, you know? And there's the physical side, what we experience in the body. It's the spiritual, which touches the soul, okay? And the emotional one, which touches the heart. These three parts are connected, like threads of the same weave. One influences the other, sometimes so delicately that we don't even notice. We may even try to ignore this union, but it is there, shaping what we experience, what we feel, who we are. And what does the higher self want from all this? I believe he wants us to open our eyes to the world around us, to feel the energies that surround us, because without this connection, how will we know what is good for us or what can get us off track? So, how about embarking on this journey with me? Let's together discover the mysterious signals that your higher self uses to get your attention. These are clues that he leaves like breadcrumbs to guide you towards a fuller version of yourself. Let's start with the first sign, the dream world. And no, I'm not talking about those random dreams that we forget when we wake up. I'm talking about dreams so vivid, so real, that they seem to carry a message. These dreams are like a bridge between the you who lives here, day to day, and your higher self. They don't respect the rules of time. They can show you things from the past, the present, or even give you a glimpse of what's to come. When you dream about something that is happening in your life, as if it were a mirror of what you feel, it is your higher self calling you. It's him saying, look, pay attention to your passions, follow that path. Have you ever had a dream like this that made you wake up thinking, trying to understand what it meant? This is your higher self trying to build a connection with you. Now, let's move on to the second sign, something so subtle that it may have gone unnoticed until now, the reflection of yourself in others. You know when you're talking to someone and suddenly it seems like you're on the same wavelength. The words fit together, the ideas flow. It's as if you shared the same thought. Imagine two friends talking, and the words of one echoed those of the other, as if they were one voice. That, my dear, is what I call mirroring, and it is an incredible way for your higher self to communicate. When this happens often, you meet people who seem to reflect what you think or feel. It's a sign that something bigger is trying to show you the way. But to understand these messages, you need a moment to pause. You know those moments of silence, when the world outside becomes quiet and you can hear yourself. That's where the magic happens. At these times, you connect with the wisdom of your soul. Let it guide you, show you the next step on this spiritual journey. And now, it's the third sign, something we all carry, intuition. She is like an internal compass, a guide that never fails. You know that feeling that comes out of nowhere, warning you about something before it even happens? I'll tell you a simple story to illustrate. Imagine you are leaving for work on a busy morning, waiting for the subway. You have two options, the usual route, which you know by heart, or a new, shorter, but less familiar route you think about. What to do? A strange sensation appears, a slight discomfort. Something inside you says, take the new route today. You decide to trust this feeling, even though you don't know why. Arriving at work, you discover that an accident happened on your usual route. A huge traffic jam left everyone stuck for hours. Your intuition, that quiet voice guided you to avoid an upset. It seems like something small, but that's how it works. Like a light that points the best path, it helps you make decisions that bring peace and fluidity. And the most incredible thing, intuition is not just for avoiding problems. It also helps you resolve conflicts, understand the past, and even see what is to come. But here's an important reminder. Intuition doesn't always lead you to the result you expect. Sometimes it guides you down a path that seems like a mistake, but that, up front, teaches you something valuable. So, on your journey of discovery, one of the wisest choices you can make is to listen to that inner voice. She is your faithful companion, taking you to a place of greater clarity and fulfillment. We come to the fourth sign, something that may seem strange at first glance, but which carries a deep meaning. The unexpected arrival of people in your life. Have you ever noticed how suddenly someone appears right when you needed help or a word of encouragement? It's no coincidence. It is as if the universe, with its infinite wisdom, organized these meetings. These people don't cross your path by chance. They have a purpose, like pieces of a bigger puzzle. Think about it. The universe knows when you need support. Your soul, connected to something greater, chooses the right people to accompany you, whether for a moment or for a lifetime. Isn't it amazing to see how everything lines up? Instead of running away from these encounters, how about embracing them? They are part of a larger design, a cosmic dance that helps you grow and find your place in the world now. The fifth sign, the power of your thoughts. They are not just loose ideas running through your head. They are a direct channel between you and your higher self. Everything you think influences how you see the world, how you react to things. It's your higher self giving you a little push to see the bright side, to value the important connections in your life. When you start paying attention to your thoughts, you realize that they are more than mental noise. They are messages, signs of something deeper. Cultivating this connection requires a little calm. Practices like meditation, reflection, or simply being present in the moment help you listen to this inner wisdom. It's like opening a door to a place where your higher self lives, full of answers and inspirations. Sometimes a thought comes out of nowhere, an idea that doesn't explain, but that seems right. This is your higher self guiding you, showing you the path that matches who you really are. And when you start to notice these thoughts, something magical happens. It's as if a light turns on inside you, illuminating corners that were previously hidden. Your thoughts are not just passing ideas. They are reflections of your essence. Whispers from your higher self, inviting you to look within. Have you ever noticed how sometimes an idea comes out of nowhere, like a spark, and makes you feel alive? Maybe it's a desire to create something new, to change a habit, or to simply stop and breathe. This is your higher self calling you, telling you, hey, I'm here. Shall we walk together? But to hear these messages, you need a moment of silence, of calm. It's in these moments, when the noise of the world is left behind, that you find space to connect with who you really are. And look, this isn't just about sitting and meditating for hours, although that can help. Sometimes you just need to close your eyes for a minute, feel the air coming in and out, and let your mind calm down. In these pauses, you begin to distinguish between thoughts that come from fear, doubt, and those that seem to come from a deeper place, full of love and clarity. Think with me. What if every inspiring thought that crosses your mind was a letter from your higher self? Carefully written letter, inviting you to believe in yourself more, to take a step forward, even if small. When you start paying attention to this, it's like you open a dialogue with a part of yourself that always knew the way, but was patiently waiting for you. And that, my friend, is chilling. It's feeling like you were never alone, that there was always a greater force within you, ready to guide you. Now, let me take you to the sixth sign, something that can touch deep in your heart. Separation from certain people in your life. Maybe you felt this before. Someone who was once so present suddenly starts to move away. Or, who knows, it's you who feels like distancing yourself, even without really understanding why. It can be confusing, even painful, but here's a truth that can warm your soul. These goodbyes are often a gift from your higher self. When you start to grow, to seek a better version of yourself, something changes in your energy. It's as if you start to vibrate at a new frequency, and not everyone around you is ready to keep up with that rhythm. Some people who used to seem so important can start to pull you back, even without meaning to, and your higher self, with that silent wisdom, guides you to make space for something new, more positive relationships, more aligned with who you are becoming. The most beautiful thing about this: these breakups don't always come with fights or hurt feelings. Sometimes it's just a natural departure, as if life is gently rearranging the pieces of your path. You start to meet people who think like you, who encourage you, who see the light that is being born within you. Have you been through this? Have you met someone who suddenly seems to understand exactly how you feel? This is the universe at work. It is your higher self connecting you with those who will help you flourish. But look, I know leaving people behind isn't easy. It can bring a tightness in the chest, a longing for what once was, a kid, times, trust. Trust that your higher self knows what it is doing, that it is taking you to a place of more peace, of more truth. It's like letting go of a rope that was holding you back, so you can run free towards what really matters. And deep down, these goodbyes are a sign that you are evolving, that you are becoming more of yourself. We now come to the seventh sign, and this is one of those that makes the heart beat faster: the intensity of your emotions. Have you ever caught yourself feeling everything at the same time? A joy that seems to overflow, a sadness that weighs heavily, or even a desire to be quiet, thinking about life. This isn't just chance messing with you. When your emotions become more vivid, deeper, it is your higher self trying to speak loudly, wanting you to pay attention. These emotional waves are like direct messages from your soul. They can come as a happiness that makes you want to embrace the world, or as a melancholy that asks you to look within. Sometimes it's even a mix of both, a feeling that you can't explain, but that leaves you teary-eyed. And do you know why? Because your higher self uses these emotions to transform you, to show you that you are more than the routine, more than the bills at the end of the month. You are a being full of life, stories, dreams. When these emotions come, don't run away from them. I know it can be tempting to ignore it, pretend everything is fine, but they are like a map. Each strong feeling is a clue, telling you where you need to grow, where you need to forgive, where you need to allow yourself to dream again. So, the next time you feel that turmoil, take a deep breath, let them cross you. Ask yourself, what is this trying to teach me? And little by little, you will realize that these emotions are the voice of your higher self, guiding you to a more whole, a truer place. And now, the eighth sign, something that may seem simple, but carries enormous strength: the desire to be alone. Have you ever felt this? A desire to get away from the world for a bit, to spend time alone with your thoughts, as if you needed to organize everything within yourself. Maybe you've noticed that the conversations you used to don't cheer you up as much, or that the noisy parties don't make sense anymore. This isn't you becoming antisocial. It's your higher self calling you to meet with yourself. This search for solitude is an invitation. It's your higher self saying, come here, let's talk. Plus, let's get things straightened out. When you embrace these moments, something special happens. It's as if the world outside takes a back seat and you find a sacred space within yourself. In this silence, you begin to hear things that previously went unnoticed, a new idea, a memory that needed to be revisited, a piece that seemed lost. And look, you don't need to be afraid of feeling this way. Loneliness, when experienced well, is not isolation. It's a chance to reconnect with what really matters, to hear the voice of your soul without distractions. Maybe you discover that you enjoy writing, taking a leisurely walk, or even just looking at the sky and letting your thoughts fly. These moments are gifts from your higher self, moments for you to remember who you are, hey, where you are going. Let's now move on to the ninth sign, and this is one that can transform your life: the desire to meditate. Maybe you felt this lately, a curiosity, a need to stop, to quiet down, to find a moment of your own. Meditation is not just sitting cross-legged and trying to empty your mind. It's opening a door to your higher self. It's letting it show you what's beyond the noise of everyday life. When you start meditating, even if it's just 5 minutes a day, something changes. It's as if you create a space where your higher self can speak freely. You begin to feel him closer, to perceive his signals more clearly. And the most incredible thing, meditation helps you leave behind what no longer serves you. Those worries that weigh you down, those relationships that hold you back, that stress that seems to have no end. I've felt this myself. Sometimes I feel a calling, a desire to stop everything and just breathe. I don't know how to explain it properly, but it's as if something inside me said, "Come, stay here with me." And when I surrender, when I close my eyes and let the world wait, I feel a peace that I wouldn't trade for anything. It's as if I were complete, as if everything made sense for a moment. And I want you to experience this too, to feel this embrace that meditation brings. Finally, we arrive at the 10th sign, and this is one that fills the heart with hope, a wave of inspiration and enthusiasm for life. Have you ever noticed how things suddenly seem to take on a new shine? Maybe you felt like chasing an old dream, starting something new, transforming your reality. This is no coincidence. It's your higher self vibrating within you, showing you that you are more connected than ever. When this connection happens, you feel more creative, more focused, more alive. It's as if doors that were previously closed began to open. Maybe you decide to take a risk, open a business, change cities, meet new people. Or maybe it's something simpler, like rediscovering joy in the little things, like cooking a new recipe or planting a flower. It doesn't matter the size of the step. What matters is the courage that comes with it. And you know what's most exciting? This transformation is not just about what you do, but about who you become. When you listen to your higher self, when you pay attention to the signs it leaves, you begin to live with more purpose, with more truth. It's as if the world gains new colors, as if each day brings a chance to be more of you. I want you to feel this deep in your soul. Your higher self is always there, waiting for you. Every dream, every intuition, every moment of silence is him calling you, inviting you to a fuller life. And as you walk this journey, he is by your side, like a friend who never gives up on you. So take a deep breath with me now. Close your eyes for a moment and let this truth embrace you. You are more than you know, and your higher self is ready to show you that.